What's up, guys? Truoz here with DownRightUpLeft.com, and today I'm bringing you a quick video. Well, actually, I don't know if it's gonna be quick, just because it is a card game here. But it's called Nightbanes. It's made by, or rather, it's developed by Diviad Studios, I believe it's called. And it's a your traditional digital collectible card game, very similar to like a Magic the Gathering, or something like that, something along those lines. And this one is actually set in a modern horror type universe where they're vampire like clans or whatever, just trying to dominate or conquer or gain world dominance. Yeah, a lot there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the game here real quick. One of the things I want to point out before I start anything, as you may notice here on the bottom, I did have actually 3,000 blood diamonds. I just want to be very clear here with you guys that Diviad did provide me with an early copy of the game, and also provided me with some gems here to spend. This will, however, all get reset by the time the game comes out, which, depending on when you're watching this, it is scheduled to release on Friday, March the 27th. So depending on when you're watching this, it's gonna get reset, so don't worry about it. It's not like I have much anyways. I've just kind of been playing around, looking at different items, looking at different things. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things this game has to offer. For starters, let's get into the deck builder here. As you can see, I do have quite a few cards. They're definitely a lot more than that. So this is your Vampire Lord. Basically, this is the champion that you're playing as. And then obviously you have your cards right next to it. You have up to 30 cards, and they all do different things. Now, let's go ahead and do a quick breakdown on what the card has. I'm not very familiar with a lot of the terminology for any of these like deck building games or trading card games or anything like that. I'm not all that familiar with that, so the whole Magic the Gathering, things like that. So if I do say something that doesn't make sense, it's because I just don't know the proper term for it. However, in this game, there are a couple of cool things that I enjoyed seeing. So obviously, you have your champion, or rather, you have your card, card name, how much attack it has, how much health it has, if it can equip the armor or shield or some sort of protection, and if it can equip a weapon of sorts. I'm going to skip the Bloodlust for a minute, because I think that's a very unique feature, at least that I'm aware of. These are the skills, the level obviously down here, its rarity, and what type of card it is. Now, Bloodlust. So this is pretty cool. So basically, once you play a card, it requires the card to kind of build up. So you can use it as a defensive card when you play it, because it's going to get hit. It's going to take hits, right? But in order to use any of the effects of the card, it needs to fill up. So this one, for example, it's already been played. 2 rounds have gone through, hence why it has the 2 red blood drops in there. But it's going to require another 3 rounds before you can actually use any of the moves. So a creature can attack and use abilities. So I think that's a pretty cool feature that I haven't seen in any other game other than this one. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's out there, but like I said, this is probably one of the first trading card games that I've played in a digital format. So I'm gonna go back here. These are all the cards. So from here, these are the cards that I own. You can build a deck from it, depending on what you want to do. So if I want to get rid of that one and put that one in there, then it goes in there. Very easy. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. You can name your deck, whatever. So that's cool. That's the deck building aspect of it. I'm not going to change very much on there, just because I like the setup that I have, at least for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the encyclopedia here. This has every card possible. Now, don't be overwhelmed by the different types of currency that you see here. This is like PvP currency. You get this for playing PvP. These are blood pearls, blood rubies, and blood diamonds. Now, blood diamonds you have to buy. That's the only way you're going to earn these. Blood rubies and pearls you earn by playing the game. Just naturally earn them for doing quests, playing PvP, anything like that. So I have 75 cards out of 433. Above that, you can also level up your cards and do so many cool things. Actually, yeah, that is the same thing. You can do so many cool things with that. So these are all the cards that are made available. As you can see, they each have different levels. So they all level up there. Let me go back here into the shop so you can see what I mean with the leveling. Now, like I said earlier in the video, they did give me these tokens, or these blood diamonds, just to kind of play around with them and just to experiment, just to buy things and kind of see how it works. Obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna spend $100 for 2,700, you know. So they gave us this just to kind of play around with, which is really cool. It's gonna get reset, but it's still pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. One of the things that I noticed is that you can actually buy blood pearls. So with your diamonds, for whatever reason, you're like, oh shit, I need a couple of blood pearls, just buy it, and there you go, they get transferred in there. You can buy additional deck slots rather, for your class. Well, why not? I have it, right? Let me go back so I can see what that looks like. I believe it's right here. Yep, so here are the deck slots. I have 5 of them, and 2 of them I've already been using. This is my main deck right now. But if you decide to buy one, it is going to cost you $5 for an additional deck slot. I believe it was $5. Yeah, so 60 blood rubies is $4.99. So, you know, if that's your thing. So here's what I was talking about with the leveling, or evolutions as well. So this is probably one of my favorite cards because it heals some of the other creatures in the game. But yeah, eventually, you know, you're gonna need to spend pearls in order to upgrade it to something else. So you also have rewards for playing PvP. As you see here, I only have 2. There is a cap of 2,000, but I only have 2 here, and yeah, you can get to buy some of this stuff. Let's look at some of the cards that you can buy. These are the packs. So let's go ahead and just buy a couple of these packs. Error on the server side. Escaped Lunatic. Some pretty cool cards, yeah. Have some that look like Bruce Lee, some that look very Mafia type. I'm gonna go ahead and buy another deck. I don't know why it's giving me that error. It wasn't doing that earlier. Got a Hitman looking card. It's called Hitman. So yeah, as you see, a couple of weapon cards. And let's go ahead and go for one more. Why not? Got some new armor here. Wow, +2 armor. Cool looking bike. Hellfire Cycle. So yeah, as you can see, definitely quite a few options. These are decks that you can buy that are already pre-made. As you see, it tells you exactly what's inside of the deck. I'm not gonna buy it because I already have one. Different, you know, this is like your basic, you know, if you could buy it for 250 pearls. Comes with random stuff here. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen an exoskeleton yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the buying aspect. 2 quick things that I want to go through before getting into the actual gameplay. For starters, once you know, obviously because there are not that many people playing, or rather there's not a lot of people playing. As you see right now, there's only 2 users online. But once once the game starts going, join a guild. You'll be able to do some cool raids, fight bosses together with your friends, do some pretty cool stuff on that end. I can't wait to, you know, I'm definitely going to play the game afterwards just to see how it's progressed, just to see how the community takes to it. And then obviously you have PvP. Now PvP is probably one of the coolest, has one of the coolest features that I've seen. When you do PvP, so you have the option, you play against other people, which, you know, traditional PvP, play against somebody else, or against somebody else. And you also could do friendly, you know, unranked. If you're just playing with friends, just kind of want to test out a deck or something like that, definitely where you want to go. But one of the cool things is a passive PvP. So you play an unranked match against, so all of the decks that you have get saved on, you know, their server side or whatever, they look at all of the cards that you have, give it to AI, and then you play against AI with any of, however many people are playing the game by the time it comes out. Their, created decks could be used by AI and played against you. So you kind of get an idea as to what people are doing by playing this mode. It is going to cost you vengeance, however. It's 30 vengeance points, as you see up here. I have 330. I'm assuming this will rise once your level goes up as well. I'm not sure, but it would only make sense if it does. However, you could always play PvP, and by doing so, you get a better ranking. Getting a better ranking, by the end of the season, you unlock cards. So, once again, just by playing the game, you can unlock some really cool stuff, This card, look at all of the features, and it has a nice little. If you see on the bottom right corner, it has a little trophy on it. It means you earned it. Like not a lot of people are gonna have these cards, but it means that you've earned the card. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the quests. Just a quick run through on the quests as well. So the quests have, they have little pips on the bottom here. Because you don't have to. You could skip it completely after you're beating it the first time around. But as you see here, it's level 3, so obviously 3 levels. Each level progresses more. So what I mean with that is, the first level you have to beat the creature 3 times in order to unlock its reward. After that, you have to beat him, I believe it's 5 times, and then the third round you have to beat him 8 times in order to get the reward. So for this one, the reward is some rubies. Which are the middle currency here, and you also have a chance of getting some loot just by playing. So let's go ahead. As you see, I've completed 1 of 8. This is what you also get for beating it: some pearls, some experience, and some faction points. So let's go ahead, let's fight Xonia III and see how it goes. So one cool feature of this game, at least that I've noticed, is that the combat is vertical. So what I mean with that is, this creature can only attack what's above him. If there's nothing here, then at that point it will attack the champion, your enemy, whoever you're fighting against, your opponent rather. So I like filling up the board as much as I possibly can before doing anything. And I'll get into that in just 1 minute. Excuse me. So, as you see here, what I mean with the vertical is that this character can only attack this one. This one can only attack this one. Once we get here, because there's no one here, it will attack the champion. So, because I don't play a lot of these games, I'm not familiar with, or rather, I wasn't familiar with that early on. So what I thought would happen was this creature would attack, it would go next in line. So unfortunately that's not how it works. So this is going to be a pretty tough game here. I don't have any good cards to build off of. I might take some hits here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Frenzy card. It's going to go ahead and go berserk and deal 3 physical damage to a random enemy here. Took away the last one. Which is cool because it gets to knock him down. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again. If I do this again, so here's the thing. 3 damage is going to kill this one. Because it's random, you don't choose, I want it to do the 3 damage here. It'll bring this down to 1, and then this could take him out. So let's go ahead and see what happens. That's unfortunate. So now he's going to keep getting healed, which really sucks. But the game goes on. Let's see what else we can do. This is going to be a tough one. They're just going to keep healing each other. This is that new card that I just added to my deck as well. Can't do that. I can heal. Heals one of your creatures for 4, or up to 4, I guess. So just give me the 1. Because of the randomness, kind of sucks. I believe so. Here's another feature. So this right here is a replay feature, or rather play speed feature. You could change it. It plays faster or slower depending on how you play it. And then this right here activates your champion's special abilities. So this one heals one of my creatures for 6. So this is going to be a tough one, unfortunately. So I can't put any armor down. I'm going to go ahead and play this, see how this goes. So he got locked up. I'm assuming she has something to... Yep, chance to stun an opposing opponent. So she stunned him, and that's why the locks were there. Same thing that I'm about to play here with his card. So obviously the Bloodlust, can't do any moves until the Bloodlust is filled up, which really sucks. I'm taking a lot of hits. This is not looking very good for me right now. Not the card I wanted to attack, but... Ooh. Yeah, this is not looking good for me right now. Let me... Yeah, I think it's over. I might just call it. I could play a special move. It's not really gonna matter because yeah, no matter what, it's over. Just gonna cast something else. Yeah, look at that. Board even got bigger, so and I lose. So there goes that. I'm gonna go ahead and retry just to see if I can redeem myself. Let's go ahead and take a look. We'll play one more and see how we do. So this is actually pretty cool. I got a mount, so I'll be able to take more damage before getting killed. We'll keep this for a little later. Let's play Ghoul. Problem with this character is that she summons these skeletons and they have no bloodlust. So as soon as she puts them into play, they can automatically attack. So I'm gonna play him just so that I can get my sword equipped. So I did 2 damage instead of the 1. And here comes the combos. I'm gonna go ahead and play the tree here, the hunt, living tree, because he heals one of the creatures. So I gotta hopefully keep him alive. Let's play this one just because it has 1 bloodlust. Doing okay this round. Let's go ahead. Oh, I don't really want to heal, just because there's a chance it might pick something else, and I don't really think that's all that worth it. Bloodthirsty Wolf. Doing good. Play Flying Creature. All hits. Keep it coming. Just play another low card. And I think that's it. So very easy, very luck based. So there you go. As you see, you get your experience, your blood pearls, and some faction XP. Tells you it's completed. So I could do redo quests, and basically that's not redoing the same quest. Basically what you're doing is you're advancing to the next portion of this same quest. So as you see here, it's 25% done, and you want to complete that 100% because we need 2 of 8. So I'm gonna leave it at that though, guys. If you did enjoy this video, if you did have any suggestions, if you want to see more, actually real quick, just because I just noticed this as well, let me go back. So the questing portion of the game seems very short, but I assure you it is not. So like I said, you got to play each one multiple times if you want to, complete it 100%. On top of that, you also there are different locations. So this location, for example, I've completed 25%. However, there are 3 other locations once you're done with this, and I assure you this last one is going to be a tough battle. And there are 3 other locations down here that I've yet to unlock. As you see, I'm only level 4, but with time, once it gets reset, I'll probably end up starting over and playing again and just seeing how the game holds up. But like I said, everything is unlockable just by playing. I unlocked this card, for example, just by leveling up a couple times, as you see here. This is the reputation that I get at the end of the quest. I'm gonna end up unlocking a vampire bat. And that gets added onto my card, and so on goes the story, all depending on this right here. You gain reputation and whatnot, and you unlock them from the shop. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, anything like that, just let me know in the comments below. Until then, guys, keep playing games and play till you drool. See ya.